Tillikum must be over there. See there? See the totally flopped over dorsal fin? That's Tillikum. My colleague at HSUS and I went down to SeaWorld Orlando in 2000, and we spent quite a bit of time with Tillikum at the underwater viewing area. He was caught in 1983 in Iceland. He is the breeding bull for SeaWorld, and he's probably one of the oldest male orcas ever in captivity. Sealand in Victoria is where Tillikum started his captive life, and I actually saw him there in the late 80s. Sealand closed as a result of the death of their trainer, Kelty Byrne, and so they sold all of their whales to SeaWorld. He comes in usually as the sort of the snazzy end of the show, and he splashes the audience. The big grand finale. In the wild, Tillikum would have been an integral part of an orca pod. He would have had many calves from many different females. He would have had siblings that he would have helped to raise. He would have been important in the group foraging and hunting process because he was a big bull. To have all of that reduced to solitary confinement in a side pool, except when he's needed for a few minutes in a show, and breeding, I think that's really sad. From an ethical point of view, it's kind of disturbing. No matter how big the tank looks to us, to the human audience, it's a kennel to this animal, because what it's used to, what an orca male and orca female is used to out there in the wild, is the ocean. And so any tank is too small. I would like SeaWorld to consider retiring him to an open ocean sea pen and seeing whether they can lessen some of the stress he suffers from. Again, I think they're just fooling themselves if they argue, oh, there's nothing unusual about this, or Tillikum is just fine with this situation. He's clearly not just fine with this situation.